All right, happy Monday Madness, everyone. February 17th. We're cruising through the month here, so let's just get into it. All right, Monday to Monday, we had 35 calls. There was multiple fires for both auto aid and mutual aid partners. So back to the average number of calls finally in between the weeks. Um, Special thanks to everyone that came out for the Rain for Rent fire. That was a whole lot of fun, a whole lot of things going on, including medicals. And so I just wanted to say thank you to everyone that was here and everyone that came in, and the folks that didn't actually make it to the fire stayed back and kind of followed, ironically, what our SOG of the week is that standby, and to make sure that the rest of our district is covered. So again, thank you so much. It was definitely a busy weekend, and then the week leading up to it was just as busy. So anyway, no birthdays this week. Big news, obviously, if you are on Discord and or following email, ESO is live, so we're super excited about that. Please keep in mind there's going to be several updated emails back and forth coming from Fairbairn. And, with any system change, there's going to be questions, there's going to be glitches, there's going to be several things that obviously aren't like ER. And so anyway, when you're clocking in for your hours, clock in and clock out, please still use ER. I know that's an inconvenience, but we're trying to get that figured out. So stand by for an email, hopefully soon about that. But if not, continue to use ER to clock in and clock out. There's already been several threads and a couple questions on completing the NFIRS reports. So again, you have to enter in your map page and information like that. So onto our apparatus, reserve engine 1-2 is still down. Ladder 1-3 is still down for the most part. No, it did not respond to Rain for Rent, even though it was super close right across the street, so to speak. But we ended up grabbing Ladder 1-1. We did have a crew head down there and grab Ladder 1-1, which is totally great. Other big news for apparatus, the tractor was sold today and also picked up today. So good for us. We got some money, and all of the tractor and all of the attachments that were just sitting there rusting away at the back of Station 3 are now gone. Heads up on the fuel. I know we're going to have some increased fuel costs this month, obviously, with the multiple fires and everything else going on. So again, just watch that fuel. Special thanks to all the guys out at Station 3 that are coming in the support truck, and then also taking care of other day-to-day operations and utilizing the support truck that's out there. The other big news, jumping ahead here for the Wildland team, we do have a Type 6 coming our way. It's a 2014 crew cab. And again, that's through the program through State Forestry. So be ready for that. Very good news. And the best part is it's an automatic. So, all right, public information. We are still dealing with Senate File 69. And there's actually, to be honest with you, there's several other Senate files that we're concerned with. However, this is the most impactful to all of the state and us here at Fire District Number 1. What it's going to do is going to cut our funding by 50%. Also keep in mind that there is already funding cuts that we have to prepare for this next fiscal year. And that is people that have lived here for a long time. They can file for up to a 7% decrease on their property taxes because they've lived here for a certain length of time, and then also an age or retirement a file that got again, that got voted in 2 years ago. That's just kicking in now as well. So that's up to a 20% discount for I don't want to call them senior citizens, but that's what it is. And so they get a 20% discount already on their property taxes. So we were already preparing for a 27% decrease from some of our residential properties. And again, the residential properties is where we get not most of our money, but we get a fair amount of our money. A lot of our money comes from the commercial properties that we have here in Fire District 1. And again, we have more than 300. We're well over 300 now as new businesses and new companies are coming to town. And so yeah, it's very paradoxical, I will say, that residential is going way down, and on commercial properties they are not. But the commercial properties that are coming to town, because of our good friends at South Cheyenne Water and Sewer that don't want to expand their services. And quite frankly, it's now to a point where BOPU will disallow them to expand their services. So then those new businesses that come to town, and if they're building here on the south side, they're going to have to hook up to a BOPU line, which in turns forces them to be annexed into the city. So again, kind of a lot of stuff going on, a lot of things in the air. I will say, as far as the Senate File 69, it is a disaster. Let your representatives know it is a punch to the gut. Very ironic. If you looked at my Facebook post, I reposted what Chief Coy sent out earlier. And again, what I brought up was the ISO and insurance and everything else. That seems to speak numbers. The other thing is, I have not posted it yet, but I probably will here as things get, I think, more aggressive. But that is, the Republican Party and this Freedom Caucus is being successful at defunding the police. The irony in that is just insane. There's a certain group out there that wants to defund the police, and they tried super hard. In fact, a couple cities did. Well, here we are, an entire state is going to defund the police here and the sheriff's department. So unbelievable, crazy times we're living in. So make sure you reach out to your representatives and let them know what you think about their great ideas and everything else. But what that means for us, they did offer an amendment. There are so many amendments to this Senate file. It's ridiculous. It's a joke. I'll just say that. Anyway, one of them is with that 50% reduction, they're going to offer 75% grant, so we can get 75% of the total amount that was reduced of the 50% of our operating budget. So keep in mind, if we use these numbers, this year's operating budget was 1.3 million. Take half of that, that's 650,000. So we can put in a grant for 650,000 for that 50%, but then they prorate it, and they will only give us 75% of 650,000. So again, even their olive branch to help with things. There you go. I mean, if that seems nuts to you, you're correct. All right. So what we're doing here at Fire District 1, we have contingency plans being drawn up. It does include the wildland team, and there's some other things that we're going to have to do pretty quick, pretty drastic. And so be prepared. It's going to be a ride. This is the last week that our House of Representatives and the legislators are all going to talk about this stuff. So again, we're down to the very brass tacks of this whole thing. And if it passes, it is not going to be a good day for District 1 or the state of Wyoming or any other special fire district, public works, anything. It is just terrible. So anyway, we do have a contingency plan going on. However, again, that gives us, it's not this right away, this fiscal year that is going to be affected. Senate File 69 is a 2-year tax referendum that starts fiscal year 26 to 27, and then 27 to 28, and then fiscal year 28 to 29. Things are supposed to go back to 100% of taxes, so to speak. So anyway, yeah, still a lot of stuff to do. Get the information out there that they are not only defunding the fire district, they're defunding the police too. So congratulations. That's just nuts to me. I can't believe they're doing that. So anyway, on to station updates. Station 1, the air compressor is being worked on today. We got the new motor in with the proper sized drive shank or whatever. So anyway, that's getting worked on today. Really no updates with Station 2, but thank you guys for keeping it clean out there. And then Station 3, I know they're getting ready for recruit testing. And also we will say there's fresh semi marks that drove from the our parking lot and then drove over our lift station over to the EMA parking lot. So we will be probably tomorrow. I'll be on the phone a lot getting some jersey barriers to set up and also get a sign order for all of the semi truck drivers that apparently just go driving arbitrarily through any fields. So anyway, hopefully our lift tank was not damaged further. I will just say that. All right, on to wildland stuff. Our PL local is a 1, national is a level 2. Deployment, it was a group decision by the wildland team. They pulled out of the Laramie County Task Force, essentially single resourcing it with our Type 3. So hopefully we can get called out to some of the little fires or bigger fires popping up in the southern side of the United States. And then projects for the wildland team is really team cohesion, getting their schedules and everything figured out, and then working with Fire District 10. So they did have a meeting today. It was very positive, and I would say, again, just a great opportunity. And be thinking about if you want to be a deployable asset, reach out to Chief Hopkins. All right, our weekly training again is referencing the email. We have our fire alarms and systems. I will say that there was no fire alarm. There was a fire alarm with the local security system at the Rainfront building. Unfortunately, they didn't pay for fire alarm monitoring, so they didn't have any fire alarms, and they had security alarms going off as soon as the wires melted around the doors. So anyway, I will just say we can probably see, if they choose to stay in that building, we'll probably see some sort of alarm system put in there, rather a fire alarm system put in there. The as far as the special stuff I wanted to bring up, the graduation was fantastic. Thank you to everyone that was involved, getting trucks there, getting things set up, getting things broken down. So overall, good, really good experience. And anytime we get to hang out with our surrounding districts, it's a good day. And then this weekend we have coming up ice rescue at F.E. Warren. If you are still interested, I believe there's still time, but you got to make it quick. It's a 2-day class, and you're going to want to email Chief Kaiser on that. And then this evening at EMA, there's hazmat operations test. So we wish all those folks retaking the test good luck tonight, and hopefully that goes well. Our SOG of the week is 1047, just marked standby services. I think there was lost in translation on that one, but it's one page. Basically outlines what to do when you're standing by. Basically, the coverage is in there, communications, and the availability, and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's a really short one. Whether or not it needs to stay in there, when we get things moved over to the SOPs, we'll probably be polishing this one up like we have on most of the other ones that we found. So with that being said, I know I've talked too much, so stand by for some emails. Thank you for everyone's hard work. Be safe, be vigilant, be upstanding. Contact your representatives. Let them know they are crazy and off their rocker, and have a good week.